to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Owen Hayes. You're watching Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented to you by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor. You can see it right there. Hope everybody had a great week. It's been obviously interesting. A lot of rain came in, a lot of rivers exploded, and some of them are going to do it again here in the next couple of days. But we'll get there in just a little bit. Being the 9th of December, though, as a waterfowl hunter, okay, as a crazed winter steelhead angler, that is right around the corner. We're literally 1 or 2 drops in some of our rivers before you could legitimately say that you got a viable chance to catch yourself a winter steelhead. And we're going to be talking about that throughout this weekend. But today, we've got a lot for you. So before we get to some of your photos that everybody's been sending in, our special guest today, via Zoom, knock on wood, that the technology actually works. We're going to have Austin Mosier. He is the owner-operator of Austin's Northwest Adventures, one of my favorite folks to interview, especially live on the water. And that photo right there, everyone, was actually taken yesterday. That's what's called a triploid trout, an absolute giant, by the way, and they catch a lot of them. He'll be live this morning chasing those things around in the east side of Washington. And as long as our video and audio holds out, it should be a great interview with Austin. How's it all looking, Ryan? Are we looking good? All right, he says that we're golden, so we should be good to go there. We'll talk about that particular fishery, some other options that you might have over there as well, because there's some really good opportunities for walleye as well, especially if you live on that side. And for all of you on the east side, hi. Hope that everything is going well. Looks like you got a little bit of a cold snap, maybe a little bit of snow coming at you, but we'll find out from Katie Suniga in a little bit exactly what's going to happen there. And especially for us here in the Valley, and me in particular, maybe I'm being a little selfish here, we've got some interesting weather coming in, and I get to hunt this afternoon. So I'm hoping that actually happens. But anyway, we'll get there in a little bit when we get into our field report segment, which I will have a couple of photos to show. This week was... Not arguably, it really was. For what I love, and what I look for when you're talking about this time of year, I want water, right? And this past week, we actually had it. 5 days of it, to be honest with you. 5 perfect days of water, and I got to go out once on Thursday. Unfortunately, it was a very busy week, but hopefully I can make up for it this next week. But certainly a couple of photos to show you, and a couple of birds that I haven't seen yet this year, so it's kind of cool on that one. So we'll have that report coming up. We've got the Procure giveaway, as we always do each morning. So make sure when you go on, when you go out there, of course, we're gonna give you that info. I don't know why I went that direction already. We're gonna give you that info in a little bit, so don't miss that. A couple of reminders, I should say, and the deal of the week for Fisherman's Marine, which, if you're like me, it is always a good one when this particular deal of the week pops up, and it always seems to be around this time of year. Also, don't forget, we'd love to hear from you. Although we do have Austin Mosier set up here coming up in a bit, but we'd love to hear from you on that Terra Firma hotline. If you got questions, comments, or reports, this is the time to jump in right now, this upcoming segment, and maybe a little bit of time in the later part of the show. And that phone number is going to be down here someplace if you're unaware, but it's easy to find. And we would love, again, to hear from you. Let's take a look at some of those photos, though, that everyone's been sending in, and we're going to also show you how to do that. Look at this. Gilbert loves his work. Yeah, water dogs do, that's for sure. Nice vest. I had to actually get a new one for Drago this week. I didn't notice that one out there. Anyway, Brent, thanks for sending in a nice Mallard Drake. Great retrieve, too. Look at the ice on the water. That's just... Believe it or not, everyone, that's exactly what our dogs are looking for. They don't care. They love it. They're absolutely crazed for it. Mine's in the back of my truck right now, freaking out, I'm sure. Grandson's clam dig. How cool. That's really good. But if they're digging clams and they ran across a Dungeness, that's kind of interesting. A little small for a keeper, but it would definitely make, obviously, for an interesting photo. Again, we're going to show you how you can actually do that in a second, everyone, how you can send them in. But here's another great one. Looks like a nice, clean limit. Yeah. I have yet to pull that one off this year. Lots and lots and lots of limits this year, but not of straight mallards. It's just been one of those years. Grandson's duck hunt. I wonder if that was his first one. If it was, that's a great memory. Here's a beautiful one. Nice raghorn, just a beautiful bull. They're already in the midst of processing. Steve, thank you for that. It's a Willamette unit. Yeah. Don't get huge racks over here, but man, look at the size of that elk. I'm telling you, it's delicious having perfect meat. I'm sorry. Just one of those things. Oh, great photo. Nice stringer. Wesley's first duck hunt ruined. Literally ruined the poor kid forever. Lyle Bell, thanks for sending that in. That's exactly how it starts, really. I know I've mentioned here on the show in the past, but my very first duck hunt, I had just graduated high school, and that was the end of it for me. Literally went crazy from that point on. Here's how you do it. It's really, really simple, everyone. The best way, though, is probably the Fox 12 app. Download it anywhere that you find your apps, app stores or whatever the heck they call it. Once you have that uploaded, then you can scroll down, find Outdoor GPS, and it'll show you exactly how to upload your photos and video. I know I stress that every week, but we would love to see your videos. Don't be shy with it. Sometimes they're just a ton of fun for everyone. All right, this upcoming segment, we're going to have my report from this week. And like I said, it was really one of those weeks that, one, you'd rather just not have to deal with some of the issues that we had going on, right? Not to get too sidetracked. But when you do finally get out there and you can take advantage of the one thing that you've been looking for, it's nice to have a little success. We'll have that report when we come back from the break. Don't go anywhere. It's the Les Schwab Tire Center's Toy Drive, and I am super excited about bringing this up. We have Aaron from the Walker Street store. Is that correct? Am I saying that right?
Walker Road, yep.
Walker Road. Where can people bring toys in, and how long can they do that?
Boy, we take any new unwrapped toy at any Les Schwab in the metro area, or even here at the Fox studio.
Okay, very good. Now, if they come walking in and say, we saw you on Outdoor GPS, do they get free tires? They get a deal on tires, anything like that?
Free air check anytime.
Aaron, thanks for coming in. It's the Toy Drive. Make sure you put some smiles on some kids' face this holiday season.